Hello, my name is Randy Ripke. I'm the developer of TASbiller Cloud. The following video will help explain features of the program. If you have any questions, please feel free to email or call. I hope you enjoy your use of TASbiller Cloud. Welcome back. This is Randy Ripke, and we're going to continue on with this video discussing miscellaneous file maintenance and company file maintenance. So going to our file maintenance menu and choosing miscellaneous brings up a group of tables. These lists or tables are used to populate various drop-down boxes throughout the program. Many of these are in customer file maintenance. The first one we're going to look at is account types. This is where you group clients by like businesses. So say we're going to add an account type for rental apartments. Just type in the name, add the account type, and there it is. So now in customer file maintenance, we'll have an additional option for rental apartments. Now for any of these, you can edit the name, and the changes are global. So you can click on the edit tool and say we don't want to say rental, we just want to say apartments. And save, and there we go. The red button here is the delete button. This is all standard throughout the program. The wrench is always the edit, the red button is always delete. So if we decide we don't want to have complementary as an option, we can delete it, and it's going to confirm to delete the account type, and now it's gone. Account codes is a secondary code. I used to use this code for coding accounts I've purchased over the years so I could track which ones I have and which ones I've lost and cry. And just for analysis, sometimes for reporting by different kinds of companies, within my company. So it's a secondary code for any use you'd like to use it for. Source codes are again used in customer file maintenance, and they're used to identify where your customers came from. And again, you can add to this list, you can use these, you can change them, and so forth. Equally important are termination reasons. Why did that customer leave? Sometimes a business closed, there's nothing you can do about that. But if you see mistakes too often on your disconnects, then you need to start looking at your operations. Customer service rep is a new feature. I really haven't implemented any reports for this yet, but we're collecting the data. Many answering services assign groups of accounts to an agent for maintenance purposes. So here you can designate which CSR is managing which account. On the other tab, we have salespeople. So if you do have an operation where you have salespeople, you can tag who sold which account. Accounting codes are used in posting accounts, and we'll be discussing posting accounts in another video. This will allow you to group your posting accounts by the type of income they're generating. Most of us will have TAS or telephone answering service income, and again we can change these if we want to. So if I want to change this to say telephone answering service, I can update that name, and again the change is global. We always want to separate out sales taxes. If you happen to be in a state or a jurisdiction where you're collecting sales tax, you want to isolate the sales tax posting accounts from the general charge posting accounts. And I have order entry here just as an example. Some of us handle order entry accounts, and you may want to analyze that revenue separate from the answering service or fulfillment income and so forth. Billing cycles. Most of us will just have one of these. Some of us have a combination of 2 or 3. This will be used to tell the system when to bill the customer. And you can define these as how many days, if they're monthly, and so forth. And again, you can edit these and change them, and the changes are global. Payment methods is a new feature for TASbiller Cloud. You can have an unlimited number of payment methods now, and when you run your payment credit summary report, payments will be grouped by payment method. So you can see all of the clients that paid by ACH, credit card, check, cash, and so forth. I've added a few in here that I use myself that have come in handy for adjusting entries. I I flag this so that my postings for if I credit a late charge or post some kind of a credit adjustment for some reason, it stands out separately from the items I posted as a check. I have auto credit card payments, which means these were done automatically on billing day versus an online payment, whereas someone who used the Pay Now button to make their payment online. So I can see how much of my revenue is being paid by the online payment versus auto billing on billing day versus the credit card payment, which is when someone may call in and say, hey, charge my credit card, here's the information. So I have all that tracked separately. And that noise you hear in the background is my dog snoring. She's a very cute King Charles Spaniel, and wow, she snores. I'm going to change companies right now in my demo database. I'm going to log out of this database and log into my general one to show you company file maintenance. Because in this database, I have 3 companies. I have my 2 answering services, and I also have task concepts being billed from the same database. So company file maintenance is where we maintain the name and address of the company and the various contact information. It's going to show you your account number for billing purposes with me. It's going to show how many clients you have in your database and how much file storage you're using. Aging for reports and a few other items that are used globally. You can change companies by choosing the edit tool, and now another company is displayed. See how the name changed from Accurate Messages of Florida to Accurate Messages Inc., which is my Georgia corporation. Now the customers and the file storage is all global. That's for your entire database. Task concepts, again, different information. On the tabs for invoicing, these are the messages that print on the invoice based on how past due your client is. This works the same way it did on the PC version of TASbiller. Now additionally, when you add a new customer, this is telling the system to default to an email delivery, and the invoice template to use would be the task concepts invoice template in this case. Now the invoice template is the actual invoice itself versus the email that is sent out to the client. Wow, Daisy can snore loud. So you can see when I switch between companies here, I'm on a different invoice template. Now on the email invoicing tab, these are the templates of the email itself. And again, you can have multiples of these. So for my accurate messages for my Georgia corporation, the email itself is going to be the email with the online payment. The receipt that goes to the client is the accurate messages payment receipt. And the notification that I receive when someone pays online is the payment notification. These are all templates that are managed in file maintenance in the templates area, and the templates will be covered again in a separate video. On the far right, we have our different from addresses. Now the from address for everyone is going to be generally your company name at TASbillerCloud.com. As you can see, that it changes from company to company if I like. The reply to address is the address the client will see if they reply to the email invoice. The BCC address is the address that copies of all the outbound invoices are sent to when you do your billing. And the address for payment notifications is the address where a payment received email would be generated to. And again, these can be different from company to company. Payment processing is for handling of credit cards. I personally use Sage. This is telling me my credentials are already on file. The description is going to show up on the client's invoice will be telephone answering service for my accurate messages accounts, and will be TASbiller for my task concepts accounts. When payments are processed online, they will be using the method that we discussed back in miscellaneous file maintenance. We're going to group them by online payment. And when I do my automatic posting on billing day, those will be coded as an auto credit card charge. And that concludes miscellaneous file maintenance and company file maintenance. Thank you.